box, his shit don't lag. But when I go on my laptop or my tablet, my shit be in slow mo.
And
It
we're
may be.
live. Sorry, I wanted to let you guys know that I turned it on.
We're
I
we're
was
live.
hoping you would say something funny, and then I would have caught it, but it was just like Wi-Fi talk. So I'm like, fuck, man.
Just
Anyway,
Wi-Fi talk.
we
I saw
are
it when you went live.
we're
Oh,
live. It's the Mr. Cannabis Professor listening session. I don't think they heard me. I said this is the Mr. Cannabis listening session. Call out his name. They call him MC Paronia. Jerome Duffy
that's what.
made all the motherfucking beats. I mean, yeah, I
The
mean.
ONIA, bro. I
Oh, I
think
don't.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
did
you
I misspell
misspelled
it?
it. You misspelled it a little bit. It's okay. I'll forgive you for it though.
I didn't plan
P
it. It just happened, and so I wasn't ready for it. I don't know how to spell paranoia off the rip.
Paranoia. It's my plan. Bitch, shit go my way. You know,
There we are. That's the man with the
it's
plan. MC Paranoia, right in the middle or below, right here. Oh no,
yeah.
yeah, you're
There
like that on
now.
everybody's phone. And
I
that's
think I'm.
Jerome Duffy right here, the producer. Yo, if you've been anywhere that's important, you've been hearing Jerome Duffy beats everywhere, from Shell Rock's album to Blonde Jew's album. Yeah, I mean, and now this entire MCP album. Mr. Cannabis Professor, how are you guys doing, man?
Man, Rome, how you doing, bro? I'm gonna let Rome start
He said, man.
I'm good, bro. I'm on lag mode.
on lag, man. I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing well. Thank you for doing this for us, bro.
Of course, man. Of course, of course. So, uh, before we jump into this thing, I just want to talk about it as a whole. Like, how did we'll hear in a second. This is an entirely conceptual album. How did Mr. Cannabis Professor the idea come to play?
100%. Exactly what was talked about the other day in Sunday on Sunday. It came to be from a it was a twofold thing. It was a well, Rome also produced another awesome project earlier this year, Devours Real Quick,
Yeah.
and came with the song with you and I, Smokers, and I immediately getting the job at the dispo made me would definitely open my eyes on a lot of things, and then also just made me learn some shit that wasn't necessarily just part of my marijuana cannabis education repertoire prior to this, and I approached that track like, I'm not gonna be preachy, but I'm gonna mention some things. So I had like there was a couple bars in there. You were playing the song, and Rome was like, "Yo, we should do," like during my verse, he dropped something in the comments and was like, "Yo, we should do a project, Mr. Cannabis Professor, MCP, 420 bar songs, 420, drop it on 420." And I was like, "This is fucking genius. This man's outrageous with it." So I just ran with it. He just started sending me beats, and I just ran with it. But that's where it started, was in the comments, bro. In the comments.
Just like that. So, for those, it went quick, but just for those who's watching who's not familiar with MCP, when he said he got the job at the dispo, he literally works at the weed store. So, I mean,
Literally.
if there's anyone better to talk about this shit, it's this guy. And then so then you said Jerome Duffy was just hit up in the comments like, you should do the 4-track 20 bar 420 situation, and that sound gravy. Where did this now? Without, I guess, spoiling for those, for some reason, if you haven't heard the product, without, I guess, spoiling the actual concept of the album yet, where did the concept, like, I'm gonna do this picture, this movie, you know, it was you felt, actually we should get into it, because I'm like, we're gonna want to talk about it topically,
I'd say
so.
Yeah, I'd say still all all of the credit except for lyrically on my part. Everything I really give so much credit to Rome because like and to you obviously for engineering it, but and Brooke for contributing. But like what Rome it was Rome's idea, and then I was like, that's genius. And then the promo shit Rome did, um, the artwork you see right there, that's Rome. Like
Yep.
everything, yo, that might I have literally say it here and now and live. I don't have a tattoo. My homegirl Tiffany is going. She loves this. She loves this. She's so excited. She's like, yo, you got to get this into the head shops. You got to go like, you got to network. Um,
Agreed.
that that little weed dude, that little weed plant that Rome did. That may be my first tattoo that I ever get, and it may be
Yo.
me and the homegirl getting a tattoo together because she wants a weed tattoo. She's been wanting a weed leaf tattoo. I don't have a tattoo. She was like, you don't have a fucking tattoo? She was like, I don't care if it's on your fucking ass cheek. so so dead ass. Very very highly likely for that to be my first tattoo in about a month.
There it is, Jerome
Shout out, shout
Duffy.
out, to Rome. Shout out to Rome for so much of this.
He inspired you to get your first tattoo, or I mean, she
Yeah,
did, but he's what you're
Vine,
gonna use.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
about to get
No,
stabbed 80 times per second on behalf of Jerome Duffy's art. Bing, 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 bing.
yeah, that's why I liked it. I was like, well, at least it'd be hella original.
Yeah.
Nobody else had this motherfucker.
Jerome Duffy, I don't believe that you are currently even a stoner. What made you come up with such a brilliant concept? Like, or without trying to say what the concept is, because I'd rather just like play that live for everyone. But like, what headspace are you in? Is this something that you've had for a while? Like, this would be cool for someone to do, or was it just MCP that made you feel that, or you know what I mean?
I never had no. There wasn't no previous idea. It was literally just in the chat watching your show, and MCP. I was looking at the initials, and because I know he knows a whole lot about cannabis, I was like, oh, that could be Mr. Cannabis Professor. And
Uh,
then that's when I got the idea. I was like, oh man, we could just make an album, Mr. Cannabis Professor, and he's just teaching everything he know about cannabis.
man, and the
Crazy.
universe be universe, and that works out as Professor. I mean, I guess it makes sense that that's what the thing's on. But like, cause I'm also a stoner rapper. I guess my name wouldn't be MC Paranoia, but my name could have been MCP. But and you could have been like, oh, Mr. Cannabis Professor, but that wouldn't work for me, cause like MCP is like the knowledge guy of the shit, and it's so crazy that you know what I mean, like. I'm not no damn cannabis professor type shit, you know. So that's so cool, man. It's so cool how that worked out, and it's embarrassing how long it took for me to realize that Mr. Cannabis Professor was MCP. I swear, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned it on a Sunday.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Um,
But yeah,
let's see. We'll do
dude,
that, and then we'll mention. Oh, you know what? Let me. Does one of you guys have your phone handy?
yeah, mine's right here.
Can you DM Rook, I guess, and let him know we're up,
Yeah,
just
it'll
in
make me
case.
drop out
I don't
real quick.
know. Rook is the only feature on the album, folks, and he's from. Well, we'll get to it, but we want to see if we could get him on. But he's from the UK, so it's like uh, it's like 1 a.m. or some shit over there right now, and he has, he wakes up early and has family and stuff. So, but he said that if he passed out, he would maybe try to wake up and hook up with us. So we just sent him a message. Hopefully, that'll link up to him. And then yeah, we'll talk about him. I guess we'll get into this. Ain't no better way to do it but to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just my fault. I think I dropped in and out again. Yeah, I hit him up. We'll see. We'll see. I know he did mention that he had to get up early as fuck tomorrow. So
yeah, he's better off like if we would do this shit on our like, 10 p.m.s and shit like that, then like he'd rather jump in the room at his like 5 a.m. because he's a morning ass dude. But that's how we got him on what you call it, week 200 show or whatever. I was like, trying to wait till I was trying to have us go late enough so that UK morning could wake up and come in the room.
That's dope.
It's crazy shit. Damn, is there Killer Vic's over here? Are you in here, Killer Vic? Chat's quiet. But anyways, I do want to kind of like make this thing compact maybe, because if we do, then we could upload the video to like other shit, which would be super dope. So, or at least it's short enough for me to go in and edit. Fuck,
I'm with that.
Even though that's a lot, but anyway,
I mean, you don't need to do all that either, but if you do, that'd be dope.
Yeah. What's good for the goose is good for the stoner. You know what I mean? We all win. The cooler we make this shit, we all win. Why did I what? Oh, okay. Here we go. This be track 1, attendance. It's just the intro skit, but I want to get through it and then talk about it real quick after. Here we go. Attendance.
Hey, it's 420. Hey, got weed top. It's a t-shirt day. Hey, it's 420. What in the hell? How long everybody been here? 20 minutes? This is 420. Y'all some punctual ass stoners. All right, everyone. Can I have you all? Wait, I'm sorry. Frank, get off the goddamn phone, man. Stop talking about that party. You're incriminating me, bro. I'm not trying to lose my job. Thank you. Put the fucking phone away. All right. Now, everybody. Yes, Josh. Can you smoke in here? Bro, look at me. I got fucking joint in my head right now. Like, what do you? Yes, I appreciate you being considerate. Everyone, please join Josh in your choice of cannabis-related products. Like, light it up, bust out the torches, heat up your dab rig, take some edible. Like, I hope y'all brought fully charged batteries if you're using something electronic. I don't have fucking outlets in this bitch, and no ice available for the bongs. Sunday, I hear you back there. I know you engineered this whole thing. I know. Please don't be disruptive. All right. Thank you. All right. I am MC Pat. I'm just trying to get to Pat. Bro, you just used like 10 words I don't even know the definition of. And Ryan. Jeez. Would you yo, take this joint and finish it with Pat, please. Some verbose ass motherfuckers. Okay. I am MC Paranoia. But for this class, you can refer to me as Mr. Cannabis Professor. It's a little cannabis human for you, fuck you. Good God. Donnell, don't even think about it. We know you can scream. Inside voice at 8, please. You know what? Just watch this DVD real quick.
That timing was impeccable.
Welcome to a brief course on cannabis education, taught by none other than Mr. Cannabis Professor himself. This class consists of 4 lessons. Each lesson will be 20 bars in length. It is recommended that one should smoke vape, or otherwise ingest cannabis-related products prior to the course. A pertinent nugget of knowledge will be provided at the end of each lecture. For the duration of this class, please attempt to remain focused. Pay close attention to the best of your stoner ability. Lastly, be prepared for the potential of a pop quiz at the conclusion. If you would like more information, contact 1-800-420.
All right, I'm cutting him off there. That dude starts to sound like a fucking auctioneer if you let him go too long. Matter of fact, Master Duffy, would you kindly drop the beat? Yo.
Hold up. So, that's the intro. What a cool intro, you know?
It was a great way to put it. Would you kindly drop the beat? Bro, that shit's sick. I love the way that I've listened to it on, a lot of platforms, and I love that transition happens so fast. It's so good.
Perfect. The skits don't come.
What were you gonna say?
The skits don't come around enough anymore, like solid ones, and just so it's so cool that you played out a whole ass scene all the way to the Rook, to the DVD. I guess there was a DVD sound.
I think you got it.
This guy, he hit me up and was like, I need the DVD sound. Like, that was something that he was so clear about. He was just like, I just need the DVD sound for Rook, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck even is a DVD sound? But I found it's just a regular CD deck or whatever. But that's, then so Rook, who is the only feature on this album, comes in as the narrator through the, or kind of sub-narrator through the whole thing or whatnot. What made you think? How did Rook come along? Was he always the thought? Was he, was?
Is he up here or is he over here? I think he's over here. No. He's up here.
Who are you talking about?
Man.
Oh, that was also Rome. Oh.
This is man. That's what it is, bro. That's what it was, dude. It's
damn.
Like a gremlin from the movie.
I just had the idea of having it be like a British documentary BBC commentator. And the first person that came to mind was Rook. And when I hit him up about it, he was like, bruv, I'm actually practicing on doing like a posh British anchor voice. I've been working on it for like 2-3 weeks.
Oh, damn. So everything is just perfectly. Everything is kind of perfectly aligned for this.
Yeah. So then I wrote out, like a script for him for each thing, and then I was like, if you want to, like, feel free to change however you feel, and like I didn't give him a fucking reference track. I was just like, say, and he sent me back like 3 different versions of each thing.
Yes.
So what I sent you was like what to engineer into it was what was like my picks. There was some that were like hella like goofy funny, like too funny. Like where it was like his vibrato was ridiculous. He did this shit on purpose. He gave me options to choose from. And one of them was just like, it's just. I told him, I was like, that vibrato is killer, but it's not like it can't. Not for this purpose. But he still he did. We even had a conversation. I was like, bro, you said like some of this sounds like David Attenborough, and he was like, that's funny because I was approaching it like a. He was like, I was pretending like I was doing a wildlife documentary.
Is that what David Attenborough is? Oh.
Yeah, bro, David Attenborough. He does he narrated like Life or whatever, like Planet Earth and shit like that. He's a old ass man, that old ass British man narrates shit. Everybody loves the way his voice sounds. So that was what Rook tapped into. He tapped into his inner David Attenborough, bro. It was great. Hilarious.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to Rook. Rook is a he's not just a voice actor that we know. He's a killer MC.
Yeah.
He's a sick producer. He's super active on an Instagram platform called Beat Kings Syndicate. So check out Beat Kings Syndicate. It's weekly. They have like producer challenge weekly where they give you a sample or something to flip, and you know, and they choose winners at the end of the week and shit. So check that out. And hopefully, and maybe we'll have Rook join us all the way from the UK, bro, because I really want to let that
Would be
fucking
awesome.
soundboard ring. You know what I mean? So, anyway, shout out to Rook. Shout out to the, you know, the dopest album skit, and you know, and who and how long in a decade? Fuck.
Well, I don't know. So I wrote that. I wrote that, and I played it out like to the best of my ability. But I was hoping to initially get all these people, and then I realized quickly like that's gonna be a hard ask for everybody. So like I need to play it like I'm the only one that can hear it. Then you made the shit turn into a whole, like you Sunday, fucking you made it, and you're the one who like played off of everything, so it wouldn't have been as funny at all
It was
without you. Like
it was
your
fun.
timing on some, yeah, like so that's what I really like about it. I don't think by myself or without the contribution of at least one person else, you know, I don't think it would have come across as good.
Yeah, it was funny enough alone though. That's what we're, you know. I just had to jump in, but like,
I appreciate that, dude.
yeah. For those that, well, for those that don't know, I won't say who's who or what, but like those are all just
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
homies. That's the homies that he's calling out
No,
in the
yeah.
classroom, and so yeah, it would have been
And it's
cool to
not,
get all of them to like play along with it,
yeah.
but yeah, I just ended up having.
I
Well, it was
also
fun
didn't
for
want
me to
to.
get to kind of, you know.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, it was you did a great job, and I also did. I like how that there's still a background, and I hope that this comes across is that just because I'm addressing these specific people doesn't mean that there's not like a whole classroom full of people that I'm not addressing, where I'm just like at that like by the time that I'm playing the DVD, I'm just fed up. You know, that's why I'm like, good God, Donnell, like. You know, fuck it. Let me just play this fucking DVD. You know, so
Yeah.
ideally, everybody sees it like the entirety of anybody who is listening is already in the classroom. You know, it's just maybe I didn't address you specifically, but you're already there.
That's
You're
funny.
a part. You join the class.
Classic. Incredible way to start this,
Uh,
and then it went straight into. I guess I'll kind of go off the end of this. Let's go. Um,
Sound like a
It was a
fucking
great.
auctioneer if you let him go too long. Matter of fact, Master Duffy, would you kindly drop the beat? Yo, the day
And this is
has
full
arrived,
spectrum.
my
I
friends.
still say the attendance up there, but
What a
full
time
spectrum.
to be alive, right? It's April 20th, 2024. Let's have fun, right? What a day. Celebrate 420 puff and lie. Ironically, unfortunately, it really ain't as cut and dry. Entire industry got a nasty underside. But trust that I understand you want to get fucking high. Yeah, I get it. I was there at one point. Happy on my birthday, I'd pay a penny for one joint. But what's coins when the bud that you puff was grown covered in stuff you wouldn't want in your lungs? You want to get stoned, yeah, I comprehend the process. Why you thought SESH would save us all, make us not stress. People see it like it's a plant that was God blessed, but in human hands it's profit, and not profit. You're trying to kill that cartridge? Give it 20 years, they'll learn solvents killed your cartilage. Give it 20 more, then we may see our seedless weed return to proper ratios of THC to CBD. In cannabis history, we let it slide to unpleasant times. I bet my life this flower old heads wouldn't recognize. Consumers think legal means nothing left to hide. I guess they're right if they don't question the pesticides.
Ironically, despite all the harsh laws against it in modern times, in terms of American history, it was once quite the opposite. In 1619, Jamestown colony law declared that all settlers were required to grow cannabis for the use of hemp to make ropes.
Yo.
That's cool.
Oh, there we go.
Big shout out to Rook. Oh, like, not, I'm not gonna be able to stop. Yo, it still says attendance, dog. Change it to that was full
Oh,
spectrum.
fuck.
You're
Yeah.
good. You're good.
Word.
But Rook fucking killed that.
Gunner
Like just
shit, skipping tracks.
yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. But seriously, Rook, that was some like that take of the I said like he sent me like 3 takes for each one. That take was I was like, man, that sounds so good. It sounds so like it's like his inflection and his delivery of just his words are like I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's like
I, fe-
that's captivating to hear.
I mean,
And I thought it was cool to tag that on to like the end of and then transition into a song about legalization, you know, to where it was like, yo, back a long time ago, like I'm the idea is first track is like let me try to hit you with like the bigger like the big picture here, the biggest picture I can, um
I mean
in 20
it,
bars.
and it still it makes you think stuff about weed that lifetime stoners haven't thought about. You know what I mean? Like just off the rip, though. And it is. It's like I could tell it's dope how it's like the grand scale, but like, yo, ain't
No,
nobody think
Rome
about
raising his hand,
pesticides.
bro. What, bro?
Yeah, so
My bad. I didn't mean
we
to
had the
cut.
idea of doing what we call little knowledge nuggets. Every time Rook come on, he gonna drop a nugget, and the idea was I did the little promos, so it's like promo nugget number 85 or 420, and when I did those, I made a whole brand new beat for that, and then got like the film grain, old school like 20s film reel and all this because it was supposed to be kind of like a play on Reefer Madness and all that, and I
Yes.
actually sampled like some old time folky Charlie Chaplin
Oh,
movie
good.
music and all that,
Yeah. Go check
and
all
all
that
that was
out.
like within the
Yeah,
first 24 hours. I made that
yeah,
first
yeah,
Nugget promo video all like the first 24 hours of us having a discussion about it.
yeah. Like way far before the music was made.
I thought
Um,
those promotions were so ill. Like again, one of the best in the game.
and
So I guess you could go find, definitely go to MCP, or I don't know if you guys are collab together, but definitely go to MCP's Instagram, MC Paranoia on Instagram, and go back and just watch how ill this promo that Duffy had laced up, leading up to this project was, for real, for
for
real.
real, for real. That's what I mean. Like again, all props to this man up here because so many things and so much of this was uh Rome's ideas and then contribution as well. Obviously not just the beats, but that promo shit. That's crazy, man.
Hell
It was huge
yeah.
for me. So yeah, had that all early, and then was able to be like, all right. And I don't even think Rome with the handwriting.
What you got,
I
Rome?
thought we in class anyway, but
Oh yeah.
the idea of doing the little drawing was even like the old school 1930s, like Felix the Cat, the Max Fleischer drawings and all that.
Yes.
I even was researching like, what, you look at these little poses and like like they used to do like those little cartoon poses like Bugs Bunny, and then behind them they have like the Looney Tunes logo and all that.
Yep.
I was
Like,
like, Miss Cannabis Professor presents. So then I was like, man, I gotta have like a little character to go with him though, and that's how I came up with the little weed leaf character.
Yes, yes. That's my little partner. He's there. He's
my
there the whole
pooper.
time.
He don't got a name though. What we gonna name him?
he needs a name. You're right.
Wait.
What's the name of that man? That's really
That song is called Full Spectrum.
he needs a name, man.
Oh, I
But
figured out the Puffco.
they,
We're gonna have a bumpy road for the rest of this, or rather, you know, a smooth ride above the clouds. I'm fucking baked up. Um, uh, I do so many songs. I suck at song titles, right? So I guess I thought I heard you say perspective. I didn't even think about it. I just typed perspective. I didn't even think, bro. I didn't think. And
this
and
is
then
fantastic.
as I'm going to the next song, I remembered
He's,
Full Spectrum.
yeah,
Anyway.
that was Full Spectrum, but we're about to go to a new one. Legalized.
Oh shit.
Motherfuckers are loving this. The people I've been talking to are loving Lie and Legalized because I immediately say, let me teach you how to keep a job at a dispensary. Oh, man, watch me get in trouble.
Nah, you're good.
I think it's hilarious.
We gotta make sure MCP keeps that gig, yo. That's your.
I mean, I'm just speaking facts. I think most companies, though, the companies that we carry that I stand behind, would agree with everything I have to say.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Unless they make solvents.
the wrong the whack way.
Unless they don't filter them out, yeah. But those would be the companies that I don't stand behind. You know.
Cause they be on that
You be on that bullshit.
Thanks extra.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Exit. We appreciate you.
Lie and legalize.
Yo, it's Mr. Cannabis Professor here to instruct you on how to get and keep a job at a dispensary. Listen, you get them higher than pilots, quite lit from a nice rip, reduce wideness of eyelids, stay quiet about the fine print, like shh. We can't let those custos know that the stuff they chose is so fucking gross. There's a lie inside of regulation. Damn, it's really kind of clever, ain't it? They say they check the levels from whoever makes it, but come on, there's no way to inspect and test every vape pen. It's illusion of safe then, the usual onset. Dealers set on dollars long as users are not dead. To companies, you're just delusional potheads. Now y'all playing checkers, confused when you got chests. Palpitations, labored breasts with the wheeze. Even though they're really small letters to read, you could have checked it to see so effortlessly. And learn they don't know about the efficacy. They don't care about your health. They don't care for oversight. They barely care to roll it tight, but you're still gonna smoke it, right? I'm sorry, honestly. Not trying to preach a prophecy. I'm trying to expose hypocrisy. Pot's a hot commodity. When I got my job to be selling all this product cheap, learn with solvents and rosin mean that I question quality. But my guess is by the end of this, you pop the lid and commence blitzed in ignorance. That's what it is. Hope y'all smoking. Give it some thought.
In the late 18th century, Irish Dr. William O'Shaughnessy first popularized marijuana's medical use in England and America. As a physician with the British East India Company, he found marijuana eased the pain of rheumatism and was helpful against discomfort and nausea in cases of rabies, cholera, and tetanus.
Yo.
Another one, and also awesome. Like this is this guy. This is late 1800s, and this Irish doctor with the British East India trading. Like, let's not get confused. This is the fucking the East India Trading Company, bro. Like, this is big. Like, this motherfucker was using cannabis to help people then, and that was not just that was here and in the UK. He popularized that. So this is way before anything. and this ties into like this is like I wanted everything that Rook said to tie into the track that just that he's commenting on or that he's on, and the following one in one way or the other. And in this, it was like, okay, we're talking about a legalized market, and I'm talking about all these things that are wrong with the, or not wrong with, but something that you need should be thought about, should be discussed. People should at least be aware in the legalized market that these are the things that we face, and it's complicated, and it's complicated because of things that I address in the next song. But also, our history is complicated when we have a Irish doctor that used this shit for rabies and cholera and tetanus, just for only a matter of years later. This is late 1800s. Only a matter of years later, just for it to be turned around and be used against people. Rome, yes, yes, sir. Master Duffy.
So, Mr. Mr. Cannabis Professor. So you saying if you got rabies, just smoke some weed?
Just smoke some weed about it, man. You know, just
Bruh, yeah, then you won't be so angry. You won't be so rabid.
no, I did think about that though. I was like, damn, man, that motherfucker he was treating these motherfuckers had rabies. He knew they were dying and shit. There's probably nothing back then, nothing you could do about the rabies. Just give him some weed, bro. Just let him be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
still, like,
really.
just somebody had recognized a long time ago. Well, I mean, somebody way before that motherfucker. But
Right?
that's like at the turn of the century, or like at the turn of the like going into going into the 19th
Yeah,
century. So
maybe the weed helped mellow them out when they was all rabid, and it just made them chill out.
Yeah.
but
Well,
until they died, then
like,
but yeah,
cause who, that must feel like
Yeah,
the gnarliest, like, schizophrenia or something. Like, you can't help it, but you're like go through rage fits, like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
bro.
so maybe they're just like this. Yeah, we know this stuff at least like chills you out
Yeah,
till the
yeah,
rabies eats your brain or whatever happens.
yeah. Until the cholera kills you,
Damn.
it's okay. Like have some. We got something for you for a little bit, but it's
I'm,
like that's fucking phenomenal to me. And this is also like, I mean, opium existed too. There's nothing new about. I mean, it's the late 1800s. Heroin was around, but this Irish doctor was using cannabis, and even to the point where it was popularized. Um, and all of that just to switch around and become what is the next track's topic, which is very much from the perspective of someone who does not agree with the Irish Dr. William O'Shaughnessy, whose name I had to ask Rook how to pronounce. So I was like, how the fuck? I'm
um,
Irish. I should know how to say that shit. I don't know.
y-
Oshag Hennessy. Oshag Hennessy.
yeah,
Fucking like,
yeah. I didn't realize. I didn't realize. Well, first of all, the Irish clover or four-leaf clover or whatever probably was a weed plant, and they just tried to make it like family friendlier along the years. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably where all that shit started. But also, I didn't realize Rook was putting on such a. I guess I guess I didn't picture him on the microphone but I guess I didn't even realize he was putting on such a like a act, like a, you know what I mean, like
Mhm.
I just kind of, as I was editing and shit, I just kind of was like, it's cool what he's saying and how you made the shit connect and all that, but I just kind of was like, that's Rook speaking, and like, but he's
No,
totally like
no,
like he's totally putting on
yeah,
the voice
yeah,
and shit. It's hilarious
he's,
now that I think about it, but
yeah.
also it's hilarious that I thought that he had that crazy of an accent,
Yeah.
just speaking, dog. Like, that's
I mean,
fucking
he's got a
funny.
thick accent, but yeah, he
It ain't
definitely
that much. Yeah, you're right.
he's got a thick accent. He doesn't talk like that either. So it was very like, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
hella proper. And he's like, I mean, I don't talk like so when I wrote it, I was like writing it as if I'm a fucking newscaster. So
yeah.
I'm finding these little things and then rewriting them to be able to be like, well, I don't want to say it. I'm not going to copy and paste. I'm going to rewrite. But
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, Rook definitely he exaggerated the shit out of himself.
that's hilarious.
So,
I'd have shit my pants if he got. Is he's almost at the point where he'd like roll an R. You know what I mean? Like if he rolled an R, I'd be dead.
so, yeah, that's what I'm
Yo.
saying. He's so close. He even might have in some of the other
In
tapes. I
some of
don't
the
know.
versions,
But
like
he
he's
might
on
have.
the verge of rolling that fucking R. That's
He hit that
hilarious.
vibrato in a couple of them for sure. That I was like, bro, that's awesome, but it's sounds so goofy.
Yeah. The comedy y'all
He
should
knew
you should put out a tape of
it.
the comedy outtake, like just him doing the the more animated versions or whatever.
That would be fucking hilarious. That'd be
Um,
hilarious. I'm
I mean, not of the whole project, but like just a montage of him doing like
just
the
a,
funny
just a,
shit. You know what I mean? It'll send people over.
pretty good.
Um,
Might talk to Rome, you still with us? And I saw him take off his headphone.
did he
Yeah, I'm
freeze?
here.
Oh, he's here. Okay. Now we got American Youth.
I don't know. I haven't heard good things. I haven't heard good things about
You guys heard about that cannabis?
Yeah.
That marijuana stuff?
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard.
I heard.
I don't know, but I've heard a lot of bad things.
A lot, right? Harry scared me. I don't even care if it's true. I know marijuana kill America's youth. It does. I love to believe every lie I was told. I know that there's death every time that it's rolled. They created young addicts. Ask why he beat her. Young men will say, quote, he was high from reefers. When they light it, they commit a crime against nature. Commit violence on neighbors. Look here, it's right in the papers. I'm gonna ignore any facts I'm given. I don't hear you. I don't have to listen. I've been panic about Hispanic migrants, and I get a bad vibe from those jazz musicians. Weed doesn't make things fun, all chilling. Makes you rape, makes you murder, dare to jump off buildings. They say it just exacerbates it. We do not accept it. No exaggeration. Weed's effects will cause depression. It does. Damn. And we've advanced to even bigger threats. Like cannabis is more cancerous than a cigarette. You can't convince, stuck in my jaded view like crazy glue. Fuck your facts and what you claim is true. Gotta save the youth.
Harry Anslinger was the first extremely vocal opponent against cannabis. After being appointed head of the newly established Federal Bureau of Narcotics in 1937, Anslinger followed up with an article titled Marijuana, Assassin of Youth. This lengthy document used extreme misinformation to incite fear, ultimately snowballing from reefer madness to the war on drugs.
Boy.
But bro, the horrible truth of what I'm saying in that is that I'm like quoting, bro. Quoting this paper. Like,
Yeah.
this dude.
Yeah.
You know, this
The
dude.
whole Reefer Madness situation.
And this is pre Reefer Madness, because Reefer Madness be like, let's see, timeline wise, Reagan era.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan, and Nancy Reagan in there in the classroom. And
that's the drug war situation.
yeah, maybe a little I would say around that time, right? And then when that movie came out.
Well, did Reefer Madness wasn't it in black and white times, or did they just intentionally black and white it?
No, you might be right. I'm trying to think back on when the actual movie Reefer Madness came out, because really, what I do mention some things that were like from a Reefer Madness perspective, but like honestly,
that article is crazy.
That's really a lot of that. Like even the Reefer Madness shit, a lot of it still stems from that. It was all that began it, and like to use I get like to use literally I would quite literally quote like Hispanic migrant panic. Like panic about Hispanic migrants is a very real thing, and jazz musicians, black jazz musicians.
Yeah.
Like, so you talk about, and then you put it in like, put that article in the paper that white America at the time, like it was the paper for fucking white America to read. I wish I could remember that. I think it was the American. Um, I wish I could, I should be able to quote right off the top, being Mr. Cannabis Professor over here, but I can't remember the exact uh, uh, paper or magazine or whatever the fuck it was in, but it was something that was like extreme, like all of white America would have digested it at the time, and then just starts that motherfucker with, oh, a young girl's body lay sprawled dead on the street, talking about this girl that jumping off of a fucking building.
Yeah.
And then like within a couple of paragraphs is talking about a guy saying that he raped a woman because he was high from reefers or high off reefers. Like literally, bro, come on, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's the craziest shit to use a tactic like that. And then this same guy, well, won't get too far into it for the next song. Yes, sir, Master Duffy, PhD.
Yeah, I just want to drop a little nugget that I know about is how they used to say that marijuana kills brain cells? So I saw a documentary where they actually, when they did that test, they tested it on monkeys, like chimpanzees, and they put gas masks on the chimpanzees and they was air sealed tight. And they was just inhaling smoke nonstop. So you're cutting off oxygen to the brain and you just inhaling smoke.
Clearly.
So of course your brain cells are gonna die from lack of oxygen.
Clearly. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And the research actually shows that it actually stimulates neural connections in brain cell growth. So it's literally the opposite.
Boy, that is crazy, man.
Yeah. Mad misinformation and mad different ways to do it. Very clever on the part of the government and the people that were. I mean, this is a newly established. This dude needed to make a name for himself. Harry Anslinger at the time, the FBN didn't exist. That was brand fucking new. They had no idea what they were doing. They were trying to regulate drugs that had never been regulated, like heroin. They're like this dude didn't know. He was grasping at straws and he needed a way. And then he had other reasons too, but to come out fucking guns blazing like that, it's a tactic. It's impressive. Like almost like you gotta hand it to them. Like you gotta hand it to these motherfuckers for how clever they were in executing and creating this.
I ain't handing them shit.
Yeah, well, man. I mean, they've complicated it.
Hitler was clever. I don't gotta hand him shit.
Shit's gotten it's so crazy. I was reading about they want to reschedule it, right? They're talking about rescheduling marijuana to Schedule 3, which would make it medically beneficial. That would also mean that 15,000 dispensaries across the United States in a $30 billion industry would have to register with the federal government as pharmacies, and we'd all have to have new training. It would all be new everything would be it would change the whole entire landscape of an already like booming industry that's helping many states. Yes, sir, Mr. Duffy.
Yeah, see, I would be okay with that kind of federal government regulation as long as they give like a specific cutout for like ADOS black folks who have suffered from this whole mass incarceration and extreme penalization over marijuana and cannabis, and give us like some specific government contracts, with protection around it.
Now
because otherwise it's going to be white folks who got all the money and all the social capital, and they got all the connections and all the access. I mean, it's kind of like what they did now with the whole cannabis industry already.
Yeah, that part. Like, there's not nearly enough black-owned cannabis businesses. There's like so few that it's sad, man. Like it's again, Rome's hitting on it. Is like this is the problems that like this all started a long time ago, and it's led to this, and it's still like we're in a legal market in 24 states and a medical market in 38, and we still can't get it right. And then if they do this, if they change it, then not only do all those dispos have to do that, all these dispensaries have to do that across the whole country, but then we're also violating an international treaty that requires is in 1961 that required cannabis to be criminalized everywhere. So the best we can do as a country is to leave it up to each state. So like even rescheduling would fuck us. Like there's no good the scheduling system created, and that we could thank Reagan for that one. So like it all started with inciting fear about something that nobody understood, and then more of that, and greediness, and then more fear, and then all of it to circle back around to here we are. And Rome has another question or another statement.
But then if you leave it in the hands of the state and the local, then that's where you get into the corruption, because then you got, like I was saying earlier, the old rich white folks who got all this political capital and all the social gains, and they're gonna just corner that, and they're gonna just bully and monopolize it. That's why it needs some kind of federal oversight and regulation, but in moderation. Though it has to be like a middle ground.
Yeah, tough. I mean, they've literally a rock and a hard place, in all of it. But what I will say though, that the federal government could do, they don't have to touch they don't have to touch legalization. All they have to do is pardon every motherfucker who is in jail for possession. You don't fucking keep people in jail for possession anywhere in this. Nobody in this country should be in
Wait,
jail for possession of marijuana.
wait, didn't we?
Now,
We didn't do that.
not on a fucking small scale, bro. Like
Maybe I just
Biden
think
acted
because
like
like Cali, but maybe that I didn't realize like
maybe some states have done a better job than others. But bro, then
oh
what about all the non-legal states? There's still so many people incarcerated in non-legal states, when meanwhile you got like another 24 that are where it's completely legal, and even within those states, some of those just recently went legal. So with the
yeah
way the
yeah.
bureaucracy is, it's going to take years for people to get free. And then what kind of reparations are those people getting? Like
Oh,
what kind of
ain't
what
no
do you like?
ain't yeah nah
Like
ain't no reparations. That's
it's
one
so
that's
fucked, bro. It's crazy, crazy, man. Makes me sad. I mean, that's why like this whole. I'm really glad that we did this. I'm glad that song depresses me because it's true.
yeah. I was gonna say like I'm going into a dark place. I'm over here like I need to host this show, but I'm catching myself going into spirals
I
over here on the
know,
side. Like yo, what the
Rolling
fuck can we
Stones,
do?
man.
Fuck. Hey, let's go and do another track and see if we can catch a vibe. Yo, that shit is dark, but
Yeah,
it's the
dark.
truth. It's the truth, and there's no you couldn't
It's
have
our
put
it's
it
the
in a
darkest
cooler way in that joint. So
the darkest beat also of all the ones that Rome sent me for this. It was the
it's
I
bomb.
don't know. Did you hear?
Jew just text me.
For real? I just looked up at the chat. Yo, Mitch. Damn, it shows how little attention I've been paying to the chat.
Oh, he just texted
Is
me
Mitch
his
still?
barkeeper's video.
Oh shit.
Mitch is here. Yeah.
Jew crazy. She was always how, bro. What is today? Tuesday. Yeah.
All right, we got where am I at? Taxes in action. Oh, so this is like
this one becomes fun.
how long did I have in between? Anyways, here we go. Taxes in action. Yeah.
I get inspired by the blood. Yeah, I do. I get inspired by the blood.
I do.
I get inspired by the blood. I get inspired by the blood. That's Mr. Cannabis Professor. I get inspired by the blood. So light it up. I get inspired by the blood. Paranoia.
See, this up the mood again.
I gotta teach y'all something. Listen, yeah. Grab your backpack, let's backtrack. Before copping fat sacks after hitting 21 like blackjack. Before the 1937 Marijuana Tax Act. Till 1906, federally it had slack. Suddenly grass lacked any medical benefits. Whether you admit to it, that ain't even half fact. Cannabis Hispanic with satanic jazz tracks. Control culture with fears no science had back. Call it marijuana, use an H to spell. Make white America believes it send you straight down. Now arrest offenders to keep me safe. Founded the FBN, which now the DEA. Yet still some went in to face danger. Figured out a way using hemp to create paper. Game changer, plot stick, the cost dip. So one crop pick to make the same from timber would take acres. An expert at 30-minute looks so vicious. Too hard to believe weed's good? Don't listen. More efficient paper made of wood pulp fiction. Clever mind games that they pulled though, isn't it? Prohibition ended, that shit was all a joke. Anslinger got slick and said tax them all on the smoke. They never could afford any cash that they gotta pay to the government. Funny when that's why we all complain, what a shame. I get inspired by the blood. $5 city taxes shit. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck those taxes, man. Like, why they gotta tax us so fucking much? I get inspired by the blood. I get inspired by the blood.
My dispensary has a $5 city tax. That's it.
Butane THC extraction has been the subject of much controversy when it comes to what is considered a safe amount. According to studies, at high enough levels, butane inhalation can cause cardiac damage and organ failure, amongst other serious negative effects. Whilst these risks are associated with direct inhalation of the solvent rather than practices such as dabbing, over time the latter may be harmful to health.
MCP taking off on the Puffco. I was checking my little wax container to see if it had butane or whatever. There's so much information on it.
Paranoia. You said there's $5 tax. Do they even have like $5 grams out there? Because then you'd be paying $10 for a $5 gram.
I mean, taxes. Oh shit.
Welcome to your final lesson.
Shit freaked me out. I'm still. I choked.
I hope y'all can understand this. Extraction process. Look, don't want the distillate, not even a bitty hit.
Oh, I love
even
this
gotten
one.
picky with the live resin pens I get. Wait, can't get into this without context. Gotta give a bit of information. So picture it. It's the end of a grow season. Your company needs movement. You gotta cut it down to use it. I mean, that's the whole reason. So right when you snap, you're left with a couple choices. Hang it up to dry, but take it to make some oil with. And by the oil, I mean the lipids and the fat. There's a little scientific. I'ma stick with simple facts. There's many different methods, many differences to have, but the principles extracted, essentially it's hash. 2 ways to start, and by the end of it is wax. But either dry and cure it, or with resin, it's a task. Within 30 minutes of the snipping bit, it's packed in a freezer to preserve every little hint intact. And we ain't done with the options to choose. Pressurized gas is very commonly used. Propane, butane, carbon dioxide is moved through the flower, oozing out as an odd little goo. If not that, then you put the live pot plant under a huge hot stamp and machine push till it's gone flat. This is the most high topic. Get a better high from it, I promise. Pure nice product, we call it live rosin. Resin and rosin preserve cannabinoids and terpenes, but one uses gas, and you better make it burn clean. An intro into terpenes is their botanical total sense. So no gas, no solvent, just one mechanical bench, you do the math. Yup. And I'll get to the pit of it, cause the worst is the end of this. And it's what most people tend to get, it's distillate. That means they cut the plant, dried it, took time with the cure and decided to pressurize it. What that achieves is the dirtiest tar. They cover the flavor, and it works like a charm. So if you thought that you'd never get this topic, distillate is nonsense. Don't pick resin over rosin, fuck a solvent. We want it fuck a solvent. Fresh, we want it with heat, with ice, with fresh, we want it with heat, fuck a solvent. Fresh, we want it with heat, with ice, with fresh, we want it with heat, with ice, with fresh, we want it with heat, with ice, with fresh, we want it with heat, with ice, with fresh, Mr. Cannabis Professor.
Whip, 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 whip.
I mute the whole time. I realized. I thought that was hilarious. You know, water, heat, ice pressure, and be able to be like,
So good.
Yeah, I was having fun with that one when I came up with that idea. That we talked about this on the live. That's actually the first song that I wrote, but I was like, how the fuck am I gonna release this? You know, I was like, this is just never gonna happen. And then it became. Then I wrote all these other tracks, and I was like, Rome, I got this other one, but like it's way longer than 20 bars. And he was like, again, back to Rome with the ideas. And he was like, yo, we should just do it like one of those, like, you know, there used to be like space, and then you hear it, then the new track would drop in. And Rome did this. Rome, you did it on your album last year, right? Yeah. So Rome did that. Rome had a hidden track, and so I was like, that's a dope fucking idea. That's some shit I haven't seen since, you know, fuck, dude. I can't even think of it. Like, I didn't. My apologies, Rome. I didn't, you know, until you turned me on to it. I didn't know. So like that was crazy. You know, and so it's a great. I think it's a great idea, and then also for it to be like something that ties in with everything. And what I intended it to be, although I don't know how well I made this happen, but you know, Rook talks about a pop quiz at the beginning. So it's supposed to be said pop quiz.
The little pop quiz at the end.
Like, yo, what do you know about this? Fried, bitch. And then I'm grading the well, you know, we got one 30-second track left that.
Yeah, I guess we could run it real quick, and then we'll kind of talk it as a whole.
Yeah.
It's just
This has been brought to you
outro,
by Professor
folks.
Paranoia and Master J. Duffy, PhD.
Wrong.
Additional credits for engineering by Mr. High Sunday and vocal contributions from myself,
Wrong.
Mr. Rook's Life.
Wrong. Wrong. Wow. Wrong. Y'all are absolutely unbelievable. Anybody even look? You know what? It's 420. Y'all go smoke whatever you want.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it, right? Yeah.
Well
And also,
played.
like, you know, so that's the other thing is I did want it to be a cinematic, and you definitely helped bring that together. And I think that ending, I think that wraps it up in a nice like comedic way as well, because he kind of like I've just hit you with a ridiculous amount of kind of serious shit to think about.
It does. It gets it could get heavy, but you did it. Yeah, you do it perfect. There's little hints of like what I would say. Yeah, kind of like comedic Rook, even though he's not being funny. But like it brings a little bit of lightness to it, kinda. And then like at the end, you totally like even the last two, the main last beat, where the main taxes in action beat and like the whip beat, like eases you out to kind of like, it lets you kind of breathe, you know, even though it's still hitting topically. So like,
Yeah, especially after
it
that.
dynamically works. You know, it moves through this thing. It's yeah, I like that. Jew said Rook need to narrate life for us. Yeah. He said marijuana. Like one of the marijuanas was so funny.
Yeah,
Marijuana.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Damn, I love you, bro.
Don't
I
pick
didn't even see
resin over rosin. Fuck a solvent. Says Jew.
that. But Rome, I saw Rome had a question. Rome raised his hand.
Sorry, I just
Oh
interrupted
no, go
that.
ahead.
Oh, he's like,
No,
I don't want my question no more. No, what you got? What you got? No, did we already talk about it?
Oh, okay, yeah, now I remember.
Oh, he had
Yeah, I
forgot.
just forgot. We had we had talked
contact.
about doing a video for that too. The last song, Whip,
Oh
because
yes,
I know I've played it. That's my favorite one. I've played it like 30, 40 times, probably more than that.
that
And
shit's
it's hard.
slid.
I'm a visual learner, so it's hard for me to visualize some of the stuff he's talking about. So if
Yeah,
he can do a video with that to actually visualize the process, that would be even more helpful.
Look,
and I think I'm
those.
again. Rome's got the ideas, man. Rome brings these ideas, and I'm like, like I can't argue with that. That'd be dope as fuck. And so we got, yeah, Rome and I had talked about that idea. Rather, Rome has left me a voicemail, and I don't, and I'm not
And I
sure,
listened to it.
Rome, if you know. I'm not sure, Rome, if you know that. I feel like I texted you back about it, but I'm not sure if you know how much that I was like, yeah, that's fucking, yeah, that's amazing. That's an amazing idea. So I don't know if we'll leak it here because I do want to work on that. So I'm gonna
Ha-
start. Yeah,
I think
I'm focusing.
those songs are all like those verses. Those songs are all short enough and so like fact based that it seems like it'd be fairly simple to visualize all of them. You know, like if you're just pulling like
I,
video clips of like the exact shit you're talking about, and then somehow
I, I,
incorporate. You should still incorporate you. It'd be cool if you could incorporate you though,
oh,
being the
yeah,
professor. So yeah,
exactly, exactly.
I'm sure
Yeah, no,
I
that's
ain't telling you nothing that you ain't thought of. You guys clearly have.
yeah, okay. All right. Well, not just. I mean, yeah. I've been thinking because like some of these, if I, not that I want to cut Rook out of anything, but some I could make the video for YouTube, and then I could edit it and make it a minute 30, then that's like the length of the song. Some of them are shorter than that.
Right. Just
You know?
so it hangs within
An
90 seconds.
entire
Yeah,
reel. Yeah,
yeah.
like you could literally watch the entire video.
How long? Oh, YouTube short is 60, huh?
Yeah, YouTube
Fuckers.
Shorts gonna kill me, but I could still post like I could post like a video. I could even I don't know. I want to talk to Rook about potentially getting him to give me some little, fucking
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, some
He
fucking
got it. It
little
would be
videos.
just as funny
It'd
to
be
see
dope.
him
It'd be dope.
easy.
That would be hilarious, right? Right. But I mean, I don't know for sure that I wish he could have pulled up, but I don't know for sure that he'll want to do that. And that's like, we got to work towards this. But yeah, no, I
Jerome
can't.
Duffy's over there like more work for me.
No,
Shit,
I can't. We
he's
can't
gonna
let this die.
he's gonna have to lace it up. But
It's too,
yeah.
no, it's too, like the concept, and I feel like the execution and the engineering, all of it, the sound, it all came together so well. And I'm like, I'm trying to get this played in head shops around my town, like because I
Yeah.
feel like that's a better bet than me trying to get it played at a dispensary because dispensaries are hard sells.
Oh shit! I kind of assumed you meant dispensary. You mean head shops,
I mean,
like
actual
smoke
heads. Yeah, I
shops.
mean, the
Oh,
smoke shop because
why you
they
feel like
treat
that's better than dispensary?
dispensaries are hard to get. Like, it's hard. It would be really, really difficult to get unless I made a clean version. But even then, with what I'm talking about, bro, like, I don't think they'll let me.
Yeah.
I think the topic's too heavy, all of them. Or like, if it's not too heavy, then I'm I'm addressing the
And
customer.
anti
You
their
know,
business. Yeah, it may
yeah,
not be
kind
the best for
of.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
you're
like,
right. You're right. You're
yes,
right.
yeah. Master Duffy, PhD.
It's such an easy,
Yeah,
such an easily. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
the dispensaries out here in Cali is way more loosey goosey. Like you can hang out, play games,
Yeah.
watch movies, people kicking it, playing music, rapping, DJing,
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
dancing,
You can play
painting,
shows at any
doing all kind of
dispensary.
stuff.
Yo, yeah.
But out there, I guess it's
Definitely.
different. Like they're way more strict.
I'd say
Sounds.
I'd say Denver might be a different story. Denver's its own municipality, so because I don't know if y'all know this, but a lot of big cities because because they are their own municipality, they can get away with a lot of shit that the rest of the state can't, like that the rural state can't. So that these rural cities, like where I live, it's like, uh,
Well,
uh,
you guys need to get on your municipality game. Then is all I'm hearing is like y'all motherfuckers lagging. You know what I mean? I don't really know what this shit means. Oh, but so yeah, man.
I'm
All in all,
proud.
like that's a dope, and it's just it's something like I don't have the total count here, but it's something like 16 minutes or something, right? So
Yeah,
it's like a
I think
it's like
I thought it was way less, but on my live I was like only like 10. No, it's like I think from start to finish it's like 15 and some change.
yeah. So it's a lot of dope info packed into 16 minutes, yo. So like it's easy to show people. I know I was saying that on the other show too, but like it's easy to show folks. So hopefully, whoever you um any whatever head shops or whatever, like you know, if they'll know that it's just
Yep.
15 minutes, give it a shot. Like I can't see why not. And then once people hear what's going on, it's packed with so much knowledge and it's packed with hella like uh in not interactive but like value to make me have to now I gotta go Google stuff and like I gotta go look stuff up, and like it'll send keep people engaged beyond just like press and play and listening to a album, which is cool, and so I think it should draw a lot. It's probably one of the most engaging 16 minutes, out there. Shit, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
Rome made me have to dial in. By giving me the challenge of trying to write 4 20-bar tracks. It was like it was something that was something that, yeah, Rome.
Especially for a guy who don't know how to count bars.
I
This shit
wanted
is.
it to be short. Yeah, I wanted it to be short because I know he was gonna be dropping a lot of knowledge, and I wanted it to be digestible and
Yeah,
people not just get bored
yeah.
listening to somebody preach and teach.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
If that thing is 10 tracks, or the songs are 3 minutes each, it gets yeah, it's too much and it's not gonna stick. This is perfect, for sure, for
Yep.
sure, for sure.
Yep. And
I
it also
agree.
makes, all the rapper friends, y'all got to go count the bars now to make sure that I actually did 4 20-bar tracks, not including the bonus track, of course, or the intro or outro. Those are skits, Can't count the skits. Got to count the tracks. Can't count the bonus. That's ridiculous. That's the pop quiz.
Facts, facts,
So, but
facts.
of the other four, did I or did I don't know. Y'all gonna have to, y'all gonna have to listen again. Run
You
my
gotta
numbers up.
listen with your first listen for context. The second time, listen with your counters out. You know what I mean? Whatever. And then hopefully you're baked and you get distracted and you got to start over again,
Start again.
over and over, dog. Rack it up.
I hope so. I hope so.
This thing
You
is
know,
available everywhere.
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 I
Are you also
well,
band
when I
camping it
say
or no? For those who
everywhere,
want to.
I say everywhere. I don't have it on Bandcamp. I suppose I could tap into that. I haven't really explored that as a
There's some people who
option.
like to give you. There's some people who prefer like they know their money is going, mostly to you, and so that's how Bandcamp was explained to me when I was again telling somebody how just like it kind of is whatever. But they're right. Like on the consumer side or people that support you side, sometimes people are like, I could buy it on iTunes, but I know you're still only getting a cent off of that or whatever. Whereas like,
Mhm.
I know if I could buy off Bandcamp, I could give you some cake, and so I know, yeah. So I guess we should cater to those people as well. Why not? Shit.
So
Um,
maybe I'll get it up on there. And me and
yeah,
Rome I don't know, but I at this point it's out everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't like to
yeah.
come with the
That's what,
pirate if you want to.
for sure, for
I
sure.
don't think that there's
So
paranoia pirates here
for
yet, but you
for
know.
now, streaming everywhere, all the streams, YouTube, it's in full. And yeah, straight up, you gotta peep it. This is another one in a line of Jerome, of Jerome Duffy. How is this the right direction now? Usually I gotta do it backwards, but it's like now I'm actually pointing out. Anyway,
I'm, yeah.
No Diddy.
I think
no,
no
yeah,
did
we're just fucking, we're just finger fucking.
it.
Yo, let me get out of here. Almost made it out of here without a finger bang joke. Listen, that's Mr. Cannabis Professor. It's available everywhere. Jerome, it's another one in the line of a bunch of classics produced entirely by Jerome Duffy. He just also did Boom Baptize with Blonde Jew, who you see in the chat room. Do I still have the little Boom
I
Baptize
think
shit in here? I think I do. I think I do. I think I do.
that shit, that
That's
project.
Boom Baptize. Yeah, I mean, also he entirely produced the aforementioned Devours, Real Quick album. He did the Show
That
Rocka Black People Are Cool album.
that one.
He did I forget. Sorry, what is
This
it called
album
about
is for
music?
black people.
Yeah, there you go. And
Yes.
he also did a
Gnosis.
hypnosis uh,
Yes.
with the GNO
Most of it.
on there. I think that are you allowed to talk about that one guy who we were talking about in the group chat earlier? You said this, the song I'm on.
No, because he did. I saw he posted a story and mentioned something like a couple weeks ago, but I don't know.
It's all right. We'll take it easy. We'll let because he's on his own energy, and I'm excited for that. That also I got to be on another drone track. So anyway, Jerome Duffy's a beast. And he kind of set. It sounds like he's not sounds like he clearly set the canvas for this thing. And MCP being the real life cannabis professor that he is. I mean, it's no cap. He has the knowledge, and clearly, if you could tell from our combo, he actually gives a shit. This is not gimmick. This is not what gimmicky weed album can I make. He means it. He gives a shit, and I think it's a cool angle on the culture that that I had never even approached. So it's super dope. That's Mr. Cannabis Professor, and if I could just officially let's see. Oh, before we close out, but guys, don't hang up when I close out because I want to do an after show conversation with you guys. If you don't mind hanging for like another couple minutes after the show, we'll record it. Oh, it's just something that I want to do, and
All right. I'm down.
because it's in my soul. Hi, Sunday and the Cannabis Professor, the monk is
So,
amazing. Uh, so,
yeah,
uh,
let's just go through.
so,
Monk
anyways,
is
oh
the
yes.
master.
So before we get out, let's see. Anything else that you guys want to plug for the peoples? I mean, not that you should have another like we're literally celebrating this project, but
Rome, you got anything?
or just say keep an eye out.
I got a gang of stuff, but I'm just not gonna talk about it yet.
What is that? Can I talk about it? Okay. I'll
Very
Yeah,
talk.
good
I'll
stuff.
talk
facts,
about.
facts, facts.
I'll talk about one that relates to our friend. Um, that was the only feature on this project.
Rook.
Uh, Rook has entirely. My understanding is that he entirely produced and engineered, and is the only other feature besides me on Subterrane's new EP, which does drop on Bandcamp this Friday. And
Wait. Sub has
if
an
I'm
EP dropping on Bandcamp this Friday, entirely
yeah,
produced by Rook,
if I'm not mistaken, it's entirely produced by Rook, but I
and you're
don't
the only
completely
feature on it.
hold me on that. Other than Rook, I am the only feature, and I have one of the coolest verses that I have done in a long time. It's song is called Transatlantic, and Sub's verse is crazy. Rook's engineering is crazy. I was so fucking impressed. But uh, let me not spoil. I haven't heard, I've heard that, and I
Well,
was like,
clearly it's about
yeah,
trans in Atlanta, which I think is a very progressive idea of you and Rook, and I look forward to it.
yes,
Shit, we should have stopped the show. We should have ended the show. In the next show, I will be getting rather vulgar, or in the after show. But let me get the fuck. Let me get out of here, and then we could continue the combo in a second. Mr. Cannabis
yo,
Professor
thank you.
available everywhere.
I'll be
I
there.
blew it. I blew it. But now I gotta go back. I'll edit this video for us, and then I'll give you the video in full. I think it's short enough that I'll give it to you in full if you want to possibly upload it to Instagram.
Dope, dope.
All right. On behalf of
Good,
Jerome
bro.
Duffy
Thank
and
you.
MCP, Hi Sunday, and that was the listening sesh for Mr. Cannabis Professor. Now, if you guys in the chat want to hang around, I'm gonna stop this stream, and then I'm gonna restart a stream for kind of a post show combo. So we'll still be on live. I'm just gonna officially end this, and then we'll restart another one. Um, Let me get this thing queued up. You know what I mean? Um, okay, I think we're cool. So, all right, here we go. So stop in